Hello friends, subscribers, general enjoyers of the Kitchen and Jorn extended cinematic universe. What's up? This is going to be a unique video. So, this week Kristen and I were going to film one of our lovely Trader Joe's videos and release it to y'all on Friday. But Kristen is feeling a little bit under the weather. She's still recovering from a very nasty asthma attack. And so I decided, in lieu of that video, I would film a vlog type video that would sort of give you all an insight into the Kitchen and Jorn situation and, what we do, the life of a content creator, blah, blah, blah. Tomorrow, I have to do a couple of things. I have to get a haircut. I have to go bother Kristen. She's recovering from an asthma attack, so that doesn't mean that she's free from harassment from me. I feel like it'll be a good way to give the viewers a little peeky pie into what's going on behind the scenes at Kitchen and Jorn. So the first thing a content creator does to start their day is they go to bed the night before. Good night. All right, everybody, it is the morning and I have woken up. So the next thing that a content creator does, in their day is they wake up. And I'm not going to film the next part, but I'm going to go to the bathroom, I'm going to brush my teeth, and you'll get to see the fifth thing I do, because the fifth thing I do in the morning is I go get my dog. Hi. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Are you sleepy? Hi. Hello. Hello, baby. Good morning. You're just a big part of a content creator's day. Every content creator has to wake up and say hello to their Dustin, don't they? Hey, what's up, viewers? It's Jen from the future. I interrupt this video because I am editing it right now and it's not very interesting. So we're going to pivot and the video is going to turn into a Q&A. I did go get my hair cut. I did record a few more vlogs. I did end up going to Kristen's and harassing her a little bit. So you're going to see that. And then the video is going to shift into something else. Hope you enjoyed those vlogs that were mostly nonsense, I'm pretty sure. See you soon. So, I am gonna go get my hair cut. I would like to show people that my life is not just about harassing Kristen. Like, I can do an activity that has nothing to do with Kristen. I won't even be talking about Kristen, It's like, you guys aren't gonna hear me talking about Kristen at all for the rest of this haircut. Okay, I am post-haircut, and I am at Kristen's apartment because I lied. I wanna hang out with Kristen. I wanna go talk to her. All right, I have successfully infiltrated Kristen's apartment, and not only is Kristen sick right now, but also Betty Boop is recovering from surgery, which is why she has a cone, and also why I did not bring Dustin over. So yeah, a day in the life of the content creator is really, even if Kristen is sick, you still go over to her house, and you still harass her. Oh, and speaking of content creators' day, another important part of a content creator's day is that you harass Kristen's wife when she comes home from running errands. Let's go say hello to Kristen's wife, Bree. Hi, Bree.
Hi.
Bree, I know Kristen's sick, and we're not really filming, but I still came over to harass you because I'm making a video about what content creators do in a day, and I like to do this.
She does.
I like to come over and distract you from your paying job.
Yeah, you really do.
Hi, so I have infiltrated Kristen's house once again.
I don't have pants on.
Kristen does not have pants on, so she told me to shut. She said, "What are you doing?" When you have a Kristen, you gotta go to their house and you gotta harass them a little bit.
That's why she needs hydration.
That's why she needs hydration, exactly.
Kristen has pneumonia.
Kristen has pneumonia. That's a really key part of any content creator's day is having pneumonia.
It's really fun that when I cough though, because I sound like a ring wraith.
You do kind of sound like...
Let me do it.
Right? She sounds like a Lord of the Rings wraith. For all you people that are not nerds and didn't know what that was. Hey everybody, it's Jen from the future again. I hope you enjoyed those vlogs. trust me, those were the highlights. They were not that interesting. So now we are going to move into the Q&A portion of the video. These are questions that were posted to the Kitchen and Jorn YouTube community page. And yeah, I'm going to do my best. Thank you for bearing with me, y'all. It's been a weird week. The question with the most upvotes on the page right now has 28 likes. It is from Jessie1571. And the question is, how do you handle your finances with ADHD? Get a notebook and have that be your finance notebook. And in that notebook, write down what your monthly rent is, what you pay for health insurance, what you pay for groceries, or your best guess what you pay for groceries, and every fixed cost that you have. If you have, you know, car insurance or other things that you have to pay every month, put that down, add it up, and memorize whatever number that is. The clearest thing for me with ADHD is, like, it's hard for me to always keep track of how much I'm spending, how much whatever, but as long as I know what my fixed costs are every month, it sort of sets this big blinking sign in my face being like, hey, numbnuts, no matter what you do, you need to have this amount of money every month. For me, having physical reminders of what I need to pay every month is a good motivator for me to stay within budget. The next question from ColeWool3614 reads, what's the work-life balance like running a YouTube channel? Is there a big separation between your work and life, or is it integrated? I would say the work-life balance is decent, but generally speaking, like, Kristen and I try to keep regular work hours. So on the days that we're filming, I try to get to her house sometime in the morning, late morning, and we're usually gonna work, film, and do all of our stuff until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So for us, I would say sometimes it's like a good reminder that we should hang out outside of working on the channel, just so that our friendship has moments where it's about our friendship. I think it can be a lot harder for other YouTubers to have work-life balance, in particular if their content is solely about, for example, like their families, or if they are travel influencers and so they constantly are on the go. I think that can be a lot more difficult. But ours is sort of a kind of an easier operation, and it's smaller, so we can kind of set the rules and set the time ourselves. Aaron Bowers 7860 asks, how is Dustin? What is your favorite part of being a pet parent? So my really professional operation here, but I can show you right now. Dustin is right there. Dustin! Say hi, Dustin! Dustin is great. Dustin's a really good boy. I love him so much. He's a success story. He was in the shelter for several months, and I adopted him, and he's just a wonderful dog. I think my favorite thing about being a pet parent is just the companionship. It's just like, one of my favorite things is coming home and seeing Dustin and seeing how happy he is. Okay, from @LisaMay71. Where do the names Kitchen and Jorn come from? It's a good question. We've answered this before, but I think in live streams, so hopefully more people will see it now that I'm saying it here. But when Kristen and I used to work at BuzzFeed, we did a live stream once where we just kept doing inside jokes where we were just like mispronouncing our names and like naming things that sounded similar to our names, and somebody in the audience wrote Kitchen and Jorn instead of Kristen and Jen, and we both laughed really hard. We thought it was funny and very silly, and yeah, so Kitchen and Jorn became the channel name. It is like a little bit funny now because people don't really call us Kitchen and Jorn outside of each other. People have asked my parents, like, why did she name her channel that? My parents were like, I don't know. Like, we named her Jennifer. I don't know what the fuck Jorn is. Coolio McCool asks, any gender updates? I can't answer for Kristen, I'll only answer for me. My gender is kind of like a question mark, but also not, you know? Like, in the video, I think I've described that I sort of identify, or do identify, as non-binary. That still feels accurate. There's a movie called The Aristocats. It's an animated movie, and there's a scene where the little boy cat is mad at his sister, and so he yells at her, "You're not a lady, you're nothing but a sister." And I've often felt like that's a pretty good description of my gender. MJ05_ asks, my question is, do you have any life advice for someone who is struggling with personal/career identity? I think it's wonderful and brave and cool to pursue your passion and to feel like you have a job that means something to you. But I also don't think there's anything wrong with finding a job that simply provides you with a lifestyle you enjoy. If you're not doing anything evil, I think it's okay if you don't love your job. You can find other things that make up your identity that are important to you through your hobbies, through volunteering in your community, through all kinds of other stuff that could be way more meaningful to you than your job. Leslie Moisey, author, asks, do you brainstorm content ideas? Do they arise out of daily life, or do you research them? We do both. We'll have brainstorming sessions where we'll try to come up with ideas for the month. We also just always know we're gonna do at least 1 or 2 Trader Joe's videos a month, just because people really like them and they do well, and they are fun to make. But yeah, we just come up with ideas like as we go about, or in this case, Kristen gets sick and I panic and I ask all of you to ask me questions so that I can make a video. Daniel Herrick 6192 asks a couple of questions. I'm just gonna answer some of these for time, but about post-production, do you two edit and or insert graphics, or do you pay someone else to do stuff like that? I edit some of the videos, and then we also have freelance editors who edit some of the videos as well. Certain graphics, like our intro sequence, the fight box animation, and our end cards, those are all made by the wonderful, wonderful, very talented Oliver Rogue. I will link him in the description box, but he's also credited in the description box. So yeah, when it comes to editing though, like, if it says in the description box, you can see who edits every video, and if it says video edited by Jorn, that's me. Kitchen and Jorn friends, thank you so much for asking questions. I hope this was fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back with more normal videos in the coming weeks. I know this one was a weird one, and thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate you all. Okay, see you guys later. Bye! Oh, I don't know how to cut. Oh, yes I do. Okay, bye.